Hi, this is Christelle Martinette, and I'm here and I'm going to do the monthly zodiac signs. I had a dream last night and it kept saying May, 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 and there was a subscriber that said, will you come back with, and I have to come back with the monthly zodiac signs. I don't know why, but I will. I'll start the readings now then. Hello Leo friends, this is Christelle Martinette and I'm here with the reading for May. I'm back with the monthlies after having done so many weeks of weeklies, then stopping. Now I'm on to monthlies. So this is the latest message that I have. So okay, here I am. Let's see what's in store for you, Leo. For you, Leos, I see that there's still a lot of that. There is that sort of period that you're thinking, how long is this going to extend? I was hoping that they would contact me, but this hasn't come about. So you're doing busy work, but at the same time, you're keeping your head above water concerning your emotions. Now, this is playing out both in relationships and the longing and desire for relationships, as well as on the workplace and your activity. Okay, really interesting. Now, it's a very fertile month for you, May. Not only in your imaginings, your dreams, and the thoughts and projects that are birthed that month, during the month of May, but you're in love. Okay, let's admit it. You're in love. If you don't want to admit it, okay, you don't. You can think back to anything else that's prominent in your life and that you really are passionate about, but that is called love as well. Let's see it for what it is. And let's also remember that love is all about nurturing ourselves and others, giving birth to something that is going to really, really, really take off, shooting for the stars. You have an idea, okay? These are the 1, 3, and 5 cards that are speaking to each other. There's a conversation going on about something you want new. You want to have something new happen. It may be as small, in inverted commas, as changing the office, going to a different office, couching your activity within the framework of a larger activity. I don't know. If you're an esthetician, you may want to take your work and have a small room in a person's practice that deals with yoga or other kind of holistic practices and services, and you feel that can give you some kind of positive return in some way. But there is the notion of being in love and the notion of avoiding the hurt and the importance of still nurturing those feelings regardless of whether you feel a return. I'm going to use the Initiatory Tarot to continue the messages. And I did say take off, taking off. There is a project that you've been thinking of, not very long. It's just as, since perhaps the Christmas season, and I'm talking to about 70% of you, and more give or take, a month or two, but the timing is always very difficult to assess, but it's recent, and it's a matter of having courage. I'm hearing, the courage to do so, and keeping a foot on stable ground because you don't want to lose your clients or customers. Let's see what the Initiatory Tarot tell us. You will be breaking out. You will be breaking out very well, and you're going to one day turn and say, well, gee, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did that, because I was hurting so much then. And, I was productive. I really, truly was productive. The conjuring up of an image, of an idea, of a project is occurring in a moment when you really are dissatisfied with your emotional life, with your romantic life, because perhaps there's no one there. Perhaps the person has not got back to you. Perhaps that person is no longer there for you. But there's something about your personal emotional life that is not working out. And in that period, you're really conjuring up the image of a project that you see so very strong for yourself. That is going to bring you much happiness in future. It's going to really make you go travel. I mean, I'm talking about far. I'm talking about shooting for the stars. I'm talking also about getting unhinged from that stability. And I don't mean stability in a positive sense. I mean that stable. That frozen. There it is. The frozen characteristic that you had. The frozen moment in time where you're just not taking any steps. Okay, that's going to make you come out of that. There are 2 8s here, 8 of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles here. And they're both talking to continuing. They're continuing. They're the non-stop process of birthing a creative project. All right, this is an interesting spread in terms of bringing forth. I see this. It's being birthed. The idea is taking shape and form, and it's a matter of putting your finger on the exact tangible change that you want. Changing office, changing jobs, changing product line that you want to use. Changing middleman, something. I'm going to take there are 3 8s. Sorry, there are 3 8s. Yeah, the 3 8s. 3 8s. I'm going to take it right on that 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords there is, okay, it does speak to your livelihood. It does speak to your livelihood. And the notion about change that has to do with your livelihood because you're dissatisfied with it. And now is the time, and of course it's next to this 3 of Swords, that 8 of Swords, so it has to do with some dissatisfaction with the emotional realm for you, and we need to separate those two because there's going to be conflict and you're not going to be able to move forward with your business, with your livelihood. I'm going to take this over Okosi. Oh, four just, I pulled 4 instead of 3, and I wonder why. Let's see why. All right, now, this is a many-layered message here. All right, so let's see, take things one at a time. This is the female lover, could be a male. This is the mother with children, could be a father with children. Happiness in the heart and malinconia, nostalgia, looking back. Now, I'm looking at this for a good part of you as people who are mature and have, yes, a family, but the family members are more or less on their own, living on their own, but free of you are free of them, but you do have a family, and that is one life. You're happy about that. You wouldn't have changed one iota, but you've come to a moment in time that you do want to change now. You do want to change. Not because he or she was terrible to you, or they, no. It's a matter of simply wanting to change. Now you're looking back with a little bit of melancholy, a little bit of nostalgia, only because it's the passing of time, but you don't want to go back. That's not the case. It's mirroring this Lover's card. And what you're looking back at is perhaps at someone you have lost, someone who's no longer with you for any reason, but that has set a standard for you. You know how that first kiss from your first girlfriend or boyfriend, that sets a standard for all the rest of the kisses, and they have to be like that. You measure other kisses in relation to that. That's what you're doing. And here, the family, you're happy. That is what brings you solace. That's what brings you happiness. And so shooting for the stars and birthing a project means for you to get yourself in another route, in another you, starting again, which is so important to you now. Oh, I almost burned my poor card, which is very important to you. Now, Leo, another message here before I go on to the runes. I did mention nurturing, and the nurturing process also has to do with creating the initial planning of the project, even the imagining of the project, even the way you conceive the project can come about. So remember that nurturing bit. I'm going to take the runes here. All right, the runes are talking of talk. They're talking about the importance, the extreme importance of not resting on your laurels. Don't look at your at all of the achievements that you've made so far. Not resting on those. You need to go forward and you need to speak. You need to speak to the public. And what is important here is also the emphasis on the public, because it is the way you interact with others that will bring you, and the way you speak and communicate with others that will again bring you to the level of joy you need in your livelihood and success that you need in your livelihood. I have the rune of success in here. And however, it's going to take a bit of time before you can really, not that you can reap, I mean, you will be reaping the benefits, but that you yourself will start to feel, okay, I've done it. Okay, and it's a personal challenge, this, Leo. And it's a personal, it's a personal game and a challenge, like I said. So let's gather our forces together, keep keep the nurturing process underway, and continue to shoot for the stars, Leo friends. Namaste. It was a pleasure for me to read with you, and thank you again for your support, your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions. I really do appreciate that. Bye-bye.